Hello there and welcome back to Mega Man X4. In the last video, we finished the game. But, as with X3, there are still little bits I want to show, including this little intro cutscene in the Japanese version. It's not that different, but still. So we're back here again for a bonus video. And like last time, there will be two versions of this video. Since I'm just recording it all in one go here, there'll be the massive, unedited, mega video, and then which will be this long, and then the final edited cut that will just be all the highlights. And it'll basically just be all the little things that I want to show, namely all the Japanese cutscenes and all the boss fights with Ultimate X. And obviously the idea there is just to show how overpowered Ultimate X is, but I'm still not confident it's going to work out that way. And I will be doing two entire run-throughs in the unedited cut, which is Ultimate X and Black Zero. But I don't know how much of Black Zero I'll actually show in the final video, since there's nothing about Black Zero mode that is different gameplay-wise. So the only thing that might come up would be if something happens, I'm like, oh, I want to show that. And I'll probably show that before the start of the Ultimate X clips, just to get it out of the way, so there's more consistency. But what I will also do is, since I'm showing all the cutscenes, I will, after each X cutscene, I'll show its equivalent cutscene for Zero, aside from the ones that are the same, obviously. But first, I'll show, or at least explain, hard to show it, but the code. So I explained the code for Zero in the last video, but for X, it's different. What you do is you press circle or B twice, and then left on the D-pad 6 times, and then hold the left bumper and right trigger, and press start. And then I'll skip that cutscene here, and I'll show that as as probably the first thing after this little bit. But I just want to show that if you enter the code correctly, X will appear, not in the Ultimate Armor, but its color's different, and that's your cue that the code worked. It doesn't actually give you the Ultimate Armor until you collect an armor piece, which is fine. There's one Web Spidus Stage right at the beginning, but it does mean that the first boss fight won't have the armor, which is a bit of a bummer. But I think that's all I wanted to explain. Aside from, obviously, for one, I don't think I've ever seen him do that attack before. But the unedited cut will be in the description of this video, as well as listed in the playlists after this video. But anyway, without further ado, on with the show.
レプリロイドを破壊する者ども、危険だとは思わんか。ジェネラル、お前も分かっているはずだ。奴らは単に人間の言いなりにならないレプリロイドを破壊しているに過ぎん。やられる前にやれ。お前には奴らを倒すだけの強大な力がある。お引き取り願おう。人間を裏切ることはできん。立ち去れ。二度とわしの前に現れるな。まあいい、そのうち気も変わるさ。
誰だ？わしの最高傑作。あんた誰だ？倒せあいつを。わしの敵、わしのライバル、わしの生きがい。行け！そして破壊しろ！あいつを。待て！
緊急事態発生緊急事態発生待機中のイレギュラーハンターは直ちに集合せよ
またあの夢か
See if I can actually beat him without taking a hit this time, because I tried to in the main series, but then couldn't figure out how to dodge one of his attacks. I think I know how to do it, though. Yeah, that's exactly how you do it. You just do a dash jump. Cool, nice.
我がレプリホースの勇敢なる兵士諸君、今や我々レプリホース全員がイレギュラーと決めつけられた。だが我々とてこのまま汚名を着せられておくわけにはいかない。我々は自らの手でレプリロイドだけの国家を立てる。ただしこれは人類に対しての敵対ではない。自由と安全、それら正当な権利を求めるための戦いなのだ。共に築こう。何者にも侵されない理想の国家を共に進もう。我々レプリホースの未来に向かって。私もゼネラル将軍と同じ意見だ。いいか、我々にはこれしか道はない。恐れず勇気と誇りを持って戦おう。我々はレプリフォース、史上最強の軍隊なのだ。ジェネラルのやつめ、とうとう動きおったわ。さて、イレギュラーハンターよ、どう出る？ここでゆっくり見物させてもらうぞ。
I love the name Web Spidus. That is one of my favorites in the series. Web Spidus! Alright. So here we are at the armor capsule. You just go to any armor capsule in the game. This is obviously the easiest and the fastest to get to. And as long as you're purple from using the code, you'll get built-in armor. And I believe there is unique dialogue for it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut to that now. Alright, so here we are in the English version. Let's look at this dialogue. X, you've finally arrived. This capsule contains the sealed secret parts for the ultimate armor. When you execute the Nova Strike, the wings will open and you can execute the invincible body crash attack. However, this armor is not completed yet and your safety is not assured. If this is acceptable to you, enter now. Yeah, he mentions potential risk and danger, but that's never a thing in gameplay. Yeah, there's a dialogue for you. Now, back to the Japanese version. But yeah, so that's cool. And basically, real quick, I'll go and demonstrate. It's a good part for it. So it functions exactly the same as the 4th armor. I believe even giving you the same like damage reduction. Sub-weapons are normal sub-weapon shots are completely free. You can hover, you can air dash. It's all basically the same. The plasma shot is the same, I believe. And it does have the plasma shot, I should say. It does not have the stock shot. That's not an option. But the one main difference is that you can use the Nova Strike an unlimited number of times. And it's very useful. It'll one-shot basically any normal enemy, which doesn't matter normally, because why would you use it against a normal enemy? But here, there's no reason not to, aside from getting yourself killed, potentially. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a nice thing. Oh, I almost died. It's really cool, and it's pretty effective against bosses, if I remember correctly. It's cool, actually. If you look at his sprite, you can see... It's true for the Nova Strike normally, but you can see that he's got like a little back thing. It's like a little subflight unit. And there's art of him having that and using it to fly. But yeah, this is cool. The armor is cool, and I'm hoping at least that it'll be very effective in the fights. So I'll go ahead and cut to the first fight. The thing to be aware of with the Nova Strike, though, is that, and I might mention this later, is that it sends you up in the air slightly higher. It also makes you invincible while you charge through, so you can just charge through obstacles as well. It's real useful. Alright, and here we are at the boss first boss for me, I guess, Web Spidus. And I also want to show all their little dialogue that they say at the start of the fights. So I'm going to go ahead and be quiet for that in a sec. Obviously, the text is first, though.
ここを通すわけにはいかんのだ。この攻撃かわせるか。
Yeah. Alright, now let's see how effective this is. It's real effective. Especially for Web Spider, because the way the fight works, it makes me completely invincible to his normal attacks. And God, I shredded him! I could have hit him once more there, I think. Obviously, he's invincible for this part. But, god damn, man! Oh, I destroyed him! Okay, I think the Ultimate Armor is going to be pretty cool for these fights. I was a little worried, but I am no longer worried, because that was that was awesome! Oh, so cool! Lightning Web. I didn't notice before that it actually says you got for X, and I think you learned for 0. It's an interesting difference. I like that even on the pause menu, the purple is there for the file select. But alright. Alright, on to the next one. Which is going to be... Yeah, it'll be Split Mushroom. Or... I like that it's the same name, but pronounced differently. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and before we cut to the boss fight. See you there. There's something really funny about just charging ahead on these stairs. The Nova Strike is useful for just navigating through stages. It's just also, it can be kind of clunky because of the way it works. Oh, and you can't use it. You can use it in midair, but if you dash jump, you can't use it. That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. I like just, like, dashing jump while going up the stairs. It looks really dumb. You can also use it as an air dash. Ow. There's a little bit of lead-up time. But you can use it as a better air dash, because it goes farther than your normal air dash. Also get yourself killed that way, though. Okay, now what I want to do here is stand right here, lure him to this spot, and then do that. That's awesome! Oh, it just destroys him! Oh, it's so much fun! See if I can do this a little better. Like, I did him fine in the main series, but it's possible to, like, destroy this dude. See if I can do a little faster. Oh, nice. It's like that's more than a third of his health. And I guess the best way to do it is just do these 3. Because the higher one you can't use Raikingeki on. Yeah, just do that. And now for these stairs too. Let's go! This is fun. I'm enjoying myself. It even perfectly got me onto the platform. Oh, that's great. Ooh, yeah, I think I had to use it there to get up there. I don't know if I would have made it with a normal air dash or a hover. It's got some, like, platforming uses, too. Oof. Don't want to use the plasma shot. And yeah, the fact that the ultimate armor only has the plasma shot is part of why I said that it's like treated as the canon armor, the canon arm part. In addition to a thing relevant to the next game that I'll leave ambiguous for now. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'm going Buster only. I forgot that I was gonna do that. I'll still use the weapons. I'll still use. What about friends? Yeah, I like his voice on there. I forgot I was gonna go Buster only, so I'm gonna do that. I'll still use the weapons, but only to get items. Like I'll only use the lightning web to get EX tank and stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm not gonna use the weapons at all. Buster only. And I haven't used them yet, but I almost forgot that I was gonna do that. So weakness order doesn't matter at all. Soul Buddy. That sounds a little different. Yeah. So since weakness order doesn't matter, I can go for anyone I want to. Huh. I guess I'll go for fire. Magmard Dragoon! I think I'll go for fire just so I can get the hard tank in Frost Walrus' stage. But I'm glad I remembered that I was doing Buster only before it was too late. I wanted to comment. One thing to be aware of with the Nova Strike that I didn't mention before is that it makes you jump up a little bit. Which means it's good and bad. It means that it can fuck with your positioning if you're not being cautious, if you're not paying attention. But it also means you can actually get higher up than normal. Because normally, X can't get higher than the height of his jump. He can't air dash up, and the hover can't move vertically. But because of the Nova Strike, you can get a little bit higher up, which can be used to access some places that normally you wouldn't be able to, or at least wouldn't be as easy. But okay. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the boss unless something interesting happens. Like that. That was actually pretty interesting. Okay, but I'll see you at Dragoon. Shit. You can't hover or air dash after using the Nova Strike. So be careful with that. So like it's not entirely it's not without downsides. Yeah, just look at that. It's so much easier. Oh, because normally you have to position it so well. But here you just like go. It's so easy. Oh, the iframes are real useful too. I'm gonna avoid using that actually. Which also means it'll be the first time I enter Magmard Dragoon's boss fight from the top. But I'm going Buster only, and that feels like cheating, so let's go. It's not. That's allowed in a Buster only run, I would assume, but still. Now let's hear his voice.
今日こそお前に勝つ。力こそが全てだ。
Oh, so satisfying to see his health tank. Oh, I love it. I don't think he has a voice line here. His mouth opens though, he goes, "Arrgh!" Rising Fire. It sounds so soft, the voice. It's very pleasant. Rising Fire, I think is how it sounds in the US version. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do Frost Walrus next. I'm going Slash Beast, or... Slash Beastleo! I need to stop saying or and then waiting for the name. It's getting a bit repetitive, but that's fun. See ya head, Slash Beast. It's worth pointing out actually that you still can't break these big blue crates even with the Nova Strike. Just thought I'd mention that. Let's see how fast this goes, actually. I'm curious now. No, not very fast. Because you don't really have the run-up for it. You don't really have the space. If you're too close, then it just won't work. Still pretty fast, though. God, it does make a big difference to just Nova Strike continuously. You know, I don't want to use this. The health bars, the weapon energy bars, and the boss and character health bars in the PlayStation era, they don't have distinct lines denoting units. And I think it is still like 1 pixel is 1 unit, and if you see on the depleted bar, you can see the hash pattern there. Ow. Hash pattern there. And I think 1 unit is still 1 pixel. But the bar itself doesn't show the lines. So it's harder to see what a single unit is. And it's much, much harder at a glance. Also, I realize you don't have to break the thing to get the heart tank. I forget that it just sits on top. Breaking them is completely unnecessary. I like doing it, but it's unnecessary. Like I say, it's very hard to see at a glance how much damage you're doing numerically. Which isn't super important, but it's helpful in the other games, because generally speaking, a weakness will do at least 3 damage to a boss in the Mega Man series. And like a particularly weak one will do like 4 or 5. That was weird. It died before it even made the charge sound. I killed it so fast. Here we are. Did not take long to get here. It's surprising how effective the like stereo audio on the train is. Because like, it really sounds like there's some like clanging going on. In real life, there's not, but damn. Very effective. Oh my god. I can't even tell when he stops being invincible. Oh my god! Oh, I'll try not to laugh like a madman every time, but it's always surprising. We weird to have this like Victoria's like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. When it's such a quick fight. Oh, that's great. Ooh, fight with Colonel.
Ready?
Which means after this fight, I'll show the Zero cutscene equivalent to this. I almost purged it in too. Oh my god. Wrecked him. And I was wrong. The profile sprite here is the same as when you have the head and body parts with the 4th armor. Bummer. I thought it would show it. I don't remember when I said that, but...
Colonel! 見損なったぞ、カーネル!
何をする？
今からでも遅くはない。クーデターを中止しろ。
断る。
そうか。行くぜ。
この場は引くとしよう。だが次は容赦しない。
ゼロ、お願い。兄さんと戦わないで。二人が戦えばどちらかがきっと。
誰かがレプリフォースを止めなければならない。ゼロ。
Yeah. I think next I'll do Get Stingray, actually. But first, I'm gonna get the Heart Tank and Web Spidus Stage. Another thing to be aware of is actually, if you're latched onto the wall, you'll dash in the opposite direction. So, like, if you're still attached, just like at the top here and you don't realize, you'll go back in the opposite direction you mean to. Also, I realized I don't think I ever showed these little alcoves. Because, like, I always just go up the ladders. But, yeah, they're there. Alright, so I realized that I can do this in kind of a cool way. If I... Oh, do that. Yeah, you can get over here. You don't actually need the Nova Strike for that, but it's you make it a little more useful if you're better than me if you just do like this. Perfect. But yeah. But yeah, I think I'll do Jet Stingray next. Just to try to do it in a different order. I ask again what city he destroyed, but whatever. It is cool that his sprite's different on the bike. Like, it makes sense that it would reflect that. Every other sprite does. Except for the profile sprite and his, I haven't actually seen if his talk sprite on the world map does. I haven't paid attention, at least. I will now. Next time I'll pay attention. But unless something interesting happens in this level, I will see you at the fight. So here we are at Jet Stingren. His pattern might make it less useful. Maybe not.
クラゲの方がまだ手応えがありそうだ。軍の誇りにかけて貴様を倒す。海の藻くずと消えるがいい。
I love his voice. It sounds familiar. I might look that up later. Oh, it actually works still pretty well. It's going to be a little less surprising each time, but still, it's cool. I really underestimated how good the Nova Strike would be when you can do it unlimited number of times, because it's not a ton of damage at once. When you can just do it back and forth, it is more than their weakness. So. Round Hunter. Of course, most of these weapons I'm not going to use even a single time. Alright, I think next I'll do Cyber Peacock, or as I prefer to call him. Cyber Kujacker! I think it's just more fun to say. Alright. Ooh, yeah, you don't destroy them. You will go straight through them if you time it well, if using your iframes. Since I am going Buster only, I'm not going to use the Soul Body here. Even though, like, it wouldn't be a big deal to use it in the level, but I think the only time I'm going to use any of the special weapons is when they are necessary to get an item. And obviously, like, when you say Buster only, I'm sure some people assume you also mean no special items. But I think that's just not as much fun. Like, I think it'd be interesting to do this without getting any heart tanks or sub tanks, but I also think it'd be kind of unreasonably hard. So I don't intend to do that. Whoa! That was weird. I got crushed. That was crazy. I guess I'll be careful there going forward. Damn, man. Didn't know that was possible. I want to see if that happens. Nah, okay, it didn't happen again. I also didn't do it the same way, but that was interesting. Time for Cyber Kujacker. I imagine he will be fairly easy, although the fact that he teleports in and out means I can't spam it quite as much. We'll see. Ayo, Cyber Kujacker. I assume that says Kujacker.
私の相手をするなんて10年早いわ。醜いものは滅びておしまい。お仕置きの時間よ。
Sounds so frantic. Because there's not enough space there for Cyber and Kujacker. But yeah, this isn't going to interrupt his movement. Maybe I will get 2 hits sometimes. It's still destroying him, so, yeah. Oh, it's always so funny to see them just go down. Aiming laser. Alright, and I think next, I'm actually going to go to Frost Walrus. Kibatodos! Not sure what that means. Not sure about Kujacker either, but, alright. Alright, real quick, I just wanted to show that the best way to deal with these 2 enemies is to shoot a plasma shot, because it'll destroy both of them in one go. And that way, while grinding for energy, you don't have to worry about getting hit. I love Chill Penguin, or Icy Penguigo here. I didn't actually try using his weakness, or using the fire attack. Oh, that's so much better than it is with X. Holy shit, he even gets to do his second form. Alright, let's see how good the Nova Strike is against this mini-boss. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Yeah! Not, like, crazy, but pretty good. I think we're also gonna skip, also skip the second form for him. Alright, so I figured I might as well show the path down from here. I already got the weapon sub-tank, so I don't have to worry about that. But I never went down here as X or Zero, so I figured I might as well. By the way, assuming you have enough space, the Nova Strike is pretty great for breaking these. But it's a real simple path down here. It's just, like, it's not that different from the upper path. There's even another split right here. It's a little hard to get the spacing right. Not really, because it's just, like, just give yourself more than one block of space. But, like, right up there is the top path, and it just splits again to this little bit right here, and then it rejoins, and then it just goes up from here. And then, like, that's the whole split path. Feels kind of pointless, but I guess it's nice to have a little bit of options. The Nova Strike, by the way, is really good for dealing with these ice birds. I didn't even point out in the main series that when they're on screen, they'll immediately start preparing an attack, and if they pull it off, then they'll freeze the area, and you'll be covered in ice. Those dudes. I'll go ahead and let the next one do it. I think this is where where it happened in the main series too. But yeah, just makes it a little bit more pressurous to get around. But those spikes aren't insta-kills, so it's not that big a deal. And here we are. At Frost Kibatodos. I imagine he will be quite quickly dealt with, because I feel like this will go well with his pattern. Although I guess he's not going to slide along the ground, because I'm not going to be melting his ice. It would probably actually be better. To alternate between Nova Strike and... Nah, this is better. Oh, he does slide along the ground. Yeah, this is, when he stops, it gets a little annoying because then you gotta take a hit, but it's fine. The Nova Strike is really good. This is why the Ultimate Armor is cheat code only in this game. It's not cheat code only in some of the later X games. For one, it's not in X7 at all, which is just another little bit of polish that X7's missing. But in 2 of the next 4 X games, it is legitimately obtainable, at least in some way. I don't remember if Nova Strike is quite as broken in those games, but we'll see. Obviously, the next choice is pretty clear. Storm Fukuroul, which is a fun name as well. Remember to give yourself enough space. But alright, I'll see you at the boss unless something else comes up. Oh, that's not as good, because you only get one hit against him. This mini-boss is not as effective with the Nova Strike as any other part of the game. It's still okay, though, because you can actually get multiple hits. You'll usually get 2, at least if you come from a distance. It's still pretty good. Just not quite as broken as every other mini-boss. But we're already at the boss, so sick. Oh, would have been nice to be full so I could get my sub-tank filled a little bit. Suppose I could eat that second sub-tank and then use this. But I don't think that'll give more than what that is, so it's fine. Now let's see how quickly Storm Fukuroul goes down. Given his pattern, he might be a bit more difficult to take out. Because he spends... I like his voice. Because he spends a lot of time sort of out of range, or at least in range that's difficult to hit. That was pretty cool. Yeah, like there, it would have been hard to get a hit on him. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get more than like one hit on him. I got 2 there, I think. Oh, I could have gotten 2 there. There we go. It always seems like the last hit does more damage. Maybe the last... It might just be because I think the last pixel of the box is just border and isn't actually damage. Although, I feel like I've seen just 1 pixel of green, though. I might be wrong. Sure. Weird to get this last. But alright, so obviously, yeah, obviously Spaceport, which there's nothing interesting in that level. So I'll see you at, I'll see you at Colonel. Alright, here we are at Colonel. He comes in and out, but I still don't expect this to take long.
容赦はしない。行くぞ。手加減無用だ。本気で来い。一度本気で戦ってみたかった。
I realized that's a Giga attack that he uses. And also, yeah, quick. I know it was quiet. I was weirdly focused, even though all I had to do was Nova Strike. But I like that he also has a Giga attack. Nice. All right, final weapon time.
すいませんでし。
私だ。今ハンターどもに宇宙に来られてはまずい。やれ。
了解。
まったくドジだな。
おおい、誰？どうした？
こちらイレギュラーハンター17部隊 X 隊長応答願います。 X 隊長応答願います。こちら X どうした？何かあったのか？
なんでもないでし。
作戦行動中は必要以外の通信を入れるな。
わかったでし。
切るぞ。
さてと X を追うとするか。
I like X's Japanese voice. I also still think Double looks pretty cool. Maybe a little over-designed. Still cool though. It's not far, but I'll be right back at Double. I take it back. We're already there. forget just how short this part is. I'm trying to think. I don't think this will be notably more challenging. I like that laugh. Yeah, the main, like, differentiating characteristic between some of the fights is that if they stop on the far end, if they stop on one side, then I kind of have to tank a hit to hit them unless I were to just get close and then use it in the other way, but it's fine. I wish they had death screams. It's weird that there's a door there, and that's presumably that same shutter, but you teleport instead of just touching the door. I think it's because that's a continue point. And you can't just... The game won't just do a continue point that seamlessly. I'm gonna go to the bottom path this time. I did top path both times as 0, and I'll do the bottom path this time. But not really much need to show it, so I'll see you, General. Also, Airisu, I believe is what it says. I can't read katakana, but I believe her name in Japanese is Airisu. I like that sprite of her, like her arms out. I think it means like, here I go. I also like the right armor sprite here. Do I have to hit her some? I think I have to hit her to get the crystal to come out. Okay, as far as distance to the crystal when you do the move, this is exactly what you want to do. Have like as much distance as possible. Oh, it's not ideal. There we go. It's not a bad fight though.
お願い、もうレプリフォースに手を出さないで、一緒にレプリロイドだけの世界で暮らしましょう。
アイリス、レプリロイドだけの世界なんて幻だ。
そうよね。でも信じたかった。レプリロイドだけの世界であなたと。
アイリス。アイリス！アイリス！アイリス！アイリス！アイリス！アイリス！俺は一体何のために戦っているんだ
Alright, so I just wanted to mention that there's a weird gap in the wall sprite here. You can see that rectangle where you can see the background through. Really strange. I think I knew about that, but I noticed it while editing. And while I put some text on screen, I don't think most people will notice that. So I wanted to make a mention of it. And we're also here at General, so. I'm curious what his little voice line is here.
君の実力を見せてもらおう。君とは戦う運命にあったようだ。
Ooh, Misete Morao. Reminds me of a famous shark quote, which is Misete Morao ka Renpogun no Mobiru Sutsu. And after that, I don't remember. I can never remember the end of that quote, but he's basically saying, show me the power of the Federation Forces mobile suit. Obviously, he's speaking to Amuro. Or at Amuro. Amuro can't hear him. But it's the first time he sees the Gundam fight. At least the first time he fights the Gundam. And he might have seen... I think he's... Did he see Amuro fighting the first two Zakus in the first episode? I don't remember. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it, to get up there behind him. I like that while the strategies are all fairly similar with the Nova Strike, there are sort of... there are some things to take into consideration to do the fights better. That's quite satisfying. Although I took a lot more damage than I really needed to, but that's how it goes when you're going for a kind of balls-to-the-wall strategy like this. It's so powerful that you can just afford to tank hits. And I would say, I'll see you back. But it's right here. There is no real, like, level. I'm already back at the refights. Although now I'm unsure, do I want to show the refights? Because like, I don't really need to. They're gonna be exactly the same. So, actually, yeah. I will see you at Sigma. Also, I just want to point out, I believe they're in the order that on the stage select. So, like, this is Magmard Dragoon. This is Storm Owl. This is Cyber Peacock. This is Web Spider. I believe that means that this is Slash Beast. This is Jet Stingray. No, this is Split Mushroom. This is Jet Stingray. And this is fucking Frost Walrus.
どうだ様子は。隊長。ガルマの部隊を全滅させた赤いレギュラーはどこだ。
はい、あちらの扉の中に。
ご苦労。あとは私がやる。
隊長自らが。
これ以上お前たちに犠牲が出ては困るんでな。
シグマ隊長だ。さすがだ。隊長にかなうレプリロイドなどいるわけだ。
赤いイレギュラーを修理センターへ運べ。それとドクター・ケインに連絡を。あのイレギュラーを調査する。
隊長、お体の方は。
うるさい。
All right, here we go. I love that gold teleporter. Pretty cool. And if I remember correctly, there's no animated cutscene here. It's just this conversation. Yeah. Yeah, it still does a loading thing. But it is just that conversation. It's cool that Zero gets an entire FMV cutscene on that part, but X doesn't. That's an interesting difference.
宇宙の塵になるがいい。とびきりの恐怖を味わってくれたまえ。
Uchu means space. Not sure exactly what he was saying. What? Is he immune to the Nova Strike? Oh my god! I had no idea he was immune to the Nova Strike. I've never tried to use it. Oh my god! Is he immune to the Buster? Is he immune to everything but his weakness? Hold up, give me a sec. Alright, so yeah. He can only be hurt by the Rising Fire. He is completely immune to everything else, including the Nova Strike. So technically, a Buster-only run of this game is impossible. Okay, that was poorly done. It basically just means that for this fight, you have to use his weakness. Which is bizarre. This isn't really easier than just jumping on the wall, but it's different, so that's what I want to do. Maybe we'll just dash under it. Not sure. Yeah, like this hit looks like it's gonna take more damage. That totally looked like it did more damage. Okay, back to Buster only and or Nova Strike. It's so weird that that form's completely immune to everything else. That's so bizarre. Nice. Damn, man. I'm not gonna use sub-tanks on the final fight unless I deal quite a bit of damage. I took more damage there than I should have. And this is the first time that you have to do a notable fighting without... Like, that's all the heal you get between his first two phases and his last one, so... This might be a bit rough. Heads should be easy to break. The mini-bodies, as Mega Man Knowledge Base calls them. No! Those spikes aren't insta-kill? Or is that just because of... That was weird. Either the spikes aren't insta-kill. Oh, see, this is... Okay, I will cut back to that third form. Damn. Yeah. I'll cut to there right now. Ooh! Just barely missed getting hit there. That's cool. Let's see if I can do a little better this time. Should have nearly full or full health. It does at least 13 pixels of a health regen, that little one. Which, it feels like more than the SNES games, but I'm not so. That's a lot of damage. Ooh. And it's fine. Because the iframes are so good. Okay, that's the... Well, what do you do? That's what it sounds like, at least. Oh. Oh, shit! I am not being remotely as cautious as I should be. I'll be back. Now, let's try to do a little better here. Is that a different voice line? Not sure. I haven't been paying attention. But in this form, it's actually like Gunner Sigma that's more the problem here. Because he's really hard to hit without getting hit. So I might... Yeah, he's nearly impossible to hit without getting hit. So I think I'll just use the plasma shot. It's kind of a bummer, though. Oh, I should have hovered there. What the hell's wrong with me? I'm gonna use this, I think. Because I should... Oh, I thought I dealt more damage to him. Okay. Yeah, it's nearly impossible to use the Nova Strike on him without dying. Like, I try to get it on the rebound, but I don't know how reliable that would be. This is not going particularly well. Yeah, there's Earth Sigma dead. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just use... I'll use the sub-tank, and I'll just use the plasma shot. It's a bit of a bummer, but Gunner Sigma is actively difficult to hurt. Gunner Sigma is actively difficult to hurt with the Nova Strike without taking a hit. Come on! He's gonna make it take as long as possible. Just like he did in the main series for one of the fights. I don't remember which one I said that on. But I guess it's funny that it's the reverse of the normal order for this fight, though. Because I imagine most people kill... Unless there's some really good strategy for Earth Sigma that I'm not aware of, which there totally could be. Plasma Shot might just be best for that, actually. I imagine most people kill Gunner Sigma first. Because he's pretty easy. Maybe not super quick, at least with X. With Zero, he's real quick. I'm still using the Nova Strike a lot. It's just not the primary means that I'm using to damage him. Here it is. Okay, now I'm gonna get the final hit on Gunner Sigma with the Nova Strike, because now he'll die in one hit. Oh, I literally can't from the ground or from a jump. I can't get enough height to hit him with it, so I have to bounce off the side. That's unfortunate. Oh, I forget that I have to move. That was a mixture of cool and crap. My performance there, I mean, obviously. The Ultimate Armor's fun, though. I hope I have demonstrated that it's fun in the way that it's overpowered. It's obviously not the way I recommend. What I was saying is I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing the Ultimate Armor first on your first playthrough, because it is kind of literally cheating. But it's real fun to just do as a bonus play, a bonus run, playthrough, whatever. It's fun. Black Zero's, you just do that whenever. Like that. I guess technically I wouldn't recommend doing that first either, just so you see Zero in his normal appearance throughout the game. But that's literally the only difference, so that's just a preference thing on which sprite you think looks cool. And I'm not sure which I prefer. Probably his normal sprite. That's also fun, it's just sort of a very slight change of pace. But about all I wanted to show here. I guess one last comment is I'd like to say that it's a bit of a bummer that the ending cutscene for both X and Zero involves predominantly shots from, or at least a bunch of shots from earlier, which makes sense. They're thinking over the events of the story. But it just sort of lowers the overall amount of new content by a tiny amount, but still technically some. And the alternative probably would have just been a shorter ending cutscene. It was not a big deal. I just think the cutscenes look really cool, and I wish there were a little more of them. But there's not much reason to sit through the entirety of the credits here. So I'll go ahead and just see you guys in X5.